Hello, hello. This is Caroline. This is the Caroline Live Show. Thank you, everybody, for joining the show today. Hello, Maria from Algeria. Hello, Walter from Germany. Thank you, everybody, for joining. If you are watching live, say hi in the live chat field, and I'll say hi back to you. And today is November 19th. It's Thursday. It's 3 o'clock my time, Eastern Standard Time. I am here in Atlanta. So everybody, thank you so much for joining today. And I'm going to jump right in here with housekeeping. Yes, and we do this on every show. The next show is December 17th at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, my time. This is a place of positivity. Okay, so we are going to keep it positive through this crazy 2020 that we're going through right now. And last but not least, please mute your echo devices, all of your devices. If you are not listening on headphones or whatever, I cannot mute out the wake word, and I probably will say the wake word multiple times during this video. All right, let's see. Daniel Ridley says hi. Hello, Daniel. Phil D. Jones says hi. Hello, Phil D. Jones. Colin McGregor says hi. Hello, hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining today. All right, let's get this started. I have a lot to cover with you guys today. Agenda. First of all, I'll give you my updates since the last time we did Caroline Live. I've got a 3D printing update. Actually, I have several 3D printing updates for you today. I've got a Raspberry Pi 400 update. Have y'all seen my video on Raspberry Pi 400? I have a couple things I left out of that video that I'm going to cover today, and y'all can help me decide if I need to make another video to cover things that I didn't cover or forgot to cover in the last one that I'm going to kind of go over with you guys today. Amazon Halo. We're going to do a live demo of Amazon Halo during this show. This is in early release, pre-release. It's a beta. It's a paid beta. I paid like $67 for this item, and we are going to do a live demo. And what we're going to demo is the tone. It's going to tell me how it thinks I talk, whether the tone of my voice. So that'll be interesting. And if you have something you want me to say to this thing and, see how the tone goes, I will be happy to do that. But we're going to keep it clean. All right. Let's see. Oh, hello. Okay. Jason Daniels. Hey, from South Africa. Hello, South Africa. Ari TMARQUEZ. Hello. Hello, Ari. And Sam. Hello, Sam. Hello, Mr. 3 a.m. Good morning from Taiwan. Good morning. It's already the 20th. It's November 20th in Taiwan. So if you want to know what tomorrow looks like, just ask Sam on this show. And then I'm gonna go over some of my picks for holiday deals over the Black Friday / Cyber Monday. This is my opinion about what's going to go on sale. I don't actually have any real knowledge of what's going to go on sale, but I'm just going to base it off stuff that went on sale in previous years. And if you have some tips, let me know as well on how to get the best deals over the holidays and how you're going to be shopping this holiday season as well. So I think that'd be a good discussion point for us. And then last but not least, we always reveal next week's video at the end of this video, and that's you get the inside track on what's going on the Caroline Dunn channel on YouTube when you come to my live shows. So thank you. Let's see. Ari says, I'm trying to make my magic mirror with Alexa with the Pi 4. All right, good luck with that. That's a great project to do. All right, let's see. Moving on. Okay, so updates from this channel. I just finished a 4-part series on plant watering and soil moisture reporting. I hope you guys got to catch that series. And now I think, I've heard that a lot of people are kind of into gardening. I guess we're all home a little bit more. So, we have a little plant. I've got a little bonsai tree out on my balcony. It's an outdoor plant, and it's kind of fun to garden something. I traveled a lot last year. So this is kind of fun that I've got a little green space out there, and I'm taking care of a tiny outdoor bonsai tree. So that's been a lot of fun. If you missed it, I am going to copy and paste the link right here into the chat field, and then please do check out that series. I worked really hard on that series. I worked so hard on that series. I'm not using a Raspberry Pi. I'm not using an Arduino Uno. What I did was, instead of using, a $35 Raspberry Pi and a, $5, $10 Arduino Uno. I'm using a $5 ESP8266. Now here's the behind the scenes part of this video that I'm not going to reveal. I'm going to reveal to you today. I flashed that ESP8266. It is a dev board. I flashed it so many times in the making of that video, I broke it. And now it doesn't respond anymore, and my ESP8266 is dead. So, but that's how dedicated I am to making videos and making very accurate videos, tutorials on this channel for you. Is just I do it over and over and over again to get everything perfect on my videos, and then yeah, until the product dies itself. All right. So anyway, just to let you guys know, that's so if it looks like my plant is offline, yeah, that's why my ESP8266 died. All right, next. Oh yeah, okay, holiday season coming up. I thought it'd be funny if I started mining for cryptocurrency. When I wrote this article, Bitcoin was trading at $14,000 per Bitcoin. I was like, ooh, I need to get in on that action. And so there are a couple different challenges with mining for cryptocurrency. One is that it's not worth it, right? It's just skyrocketed. And two is doing it on a Raspberry Pi is not a good way of doing it because it's an ARM, it's an ARM processor, and none of these mining things, these programs out here are supposed to be used with ARM processors. And so it was in 8 hours, I mined exactly 1/100th of a penny. That, if you want to know, okay, I am the United States, so we're talking about a U.S. penny, just to be clear, not a euro penny. Okay, it took me 8 hours to mine 1/100th of a penny. And yeah, but it did generate some interesting discussion about blockchain and how blockchain works and all the different types of cryptocurrency. I couldn't actually even mine for Bitcoin. I had to mine for Monero, which I thought was kind of funny. I thought it was a great, like little, how much Monero did I make? Dinero, money, Monero, I thought that was really funny. But anyway, that article is posted over on Tom's Hardware. So it's a twofold article, right? You're really getting two for one. One is that you're getting, if you actually wanted to mine for Monero cryptocurrency on a Raspberry Pi, yes, you can do it. I proved you could do it. In 8 hours, I made 1/100th of a penny. I made real money, okay, or real Monero out of it. And number two, it was, hey, there's a diminishing point of returns. It's not really the most efficient thing to do. But anyway, something fun for this holiday season. Okay, let's see. Oh, I need to catch up on comments here. I've been just jabbering on and on and on. Okay, Ari asks, is it hard to work with AWS Cloud? No, if you know what you're doing. All right, Scott Bradshaw, yay, ESP8266. Hopefully you can see the advantage it has over the Pi. I have to buy another one now to continue doing ESP8266 because I killed mine because I flashed it so many times. So, but it was a huge advantage in doing something with a $5 device versus a $35 device, and it worked just as well for that specific instance. And actually, technically, it worked better in that particular situation. So for me, I like to say it depends. And I know I really hate it when I ask somebody a question and they say, it depends. All right. But yes, now I'm going to say that. All right. Next. All right. So December 10th, it's a Thursday. I'm going to release a video on that day. It is going to be another new Raspberry Pi product. I have the product in my hand. I physically have the product. I have started playing with it. I'm going to I think there is a Hackspace magazine, a Raspberry Pi Hackspace magazine that's launching on that day, and they're going to announce that new product on that day. I'm not allowed to say what that new product is, but I'm just giving you, this is the channel update, what's going on with Caroline portion of the show right now. So I'm really super excited about this, but I can't say what it is. But okay, mark your calendars, December 10th. We will talk about it here on my channel, but not in Caroline Live. I have to release those videos for Raspberry Pi at 8 o'clock their time, which is Greenwich Mean Time, London time. So that's like 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning my time. So anyway, I'll be asleep when that video launches. Let's see. Scott says $5 device with no OS that boots instantly versus $35 Pi that runs off OS with SD card. You're right. Different devices for different projects. Thank you, Scott. But yes, you're right. So in some cases, yes, you don't really need, everybody talks about $35 Raspberry Pi is so cheap, But yeah, there are $5 devices out there that you could use for some things. All right. Let's see. Daniel says that's not fair. All right, so the other thing I wanted to point out to you is I do have a personal website, CarolineDunn.org, and I posted a blog post on there the other day, and I talk about this on my channel all the time, guys. It's like, hey, I was just in this, I was on TV, I was, in this print magazine, I was, on this web show, I was, on this podcast or something. I talk about this every show. I have not had this much media coverage prior to 2020, and the media coverage that I have personally gotten in 2020 has not all been for the same reasons, has been for various reasons, but I've gotten a lot of press coverage this year, and I just thought, hey, what happened? What was different? So I thought I'd put that all down in a little web article on my personal website, CarolineDunn.org. So if you want to read that article, if you're curious about press coverage, working with the press, I will give you the answer right here. Let's see. Daniel says, come on, give us a hint. Ooh, okay, a hint. What can I say? It's not another Raspberry Pi. Can I say that? Let's see. It's yeah. This new Raspberry Pi is not like a 400. It's not another actual Raspberry Pi. It will not cost $35. Is that a hint too? Okay. All right. Hopefully that helped. All right. So we're up to my 3D printing update. So for you guys who've been following me for a really long time, I have been 3D printing since 2017, and I actually have a vlog of myself, a time-lapse video of myself assembling my first 3D printer. It took me 6 hours to assemble that first 3D printer. And then this year, because of the pandemic and the great PPE shortage, I was a volunteer with Atlanta Beats COVID, local organization, and we started, I think, in April. Trying to get PPE to medical workers, people who really, really needed it. There was this huge shortage. I was printing face shields 24 hours in my home at the height of all of what happened. Fortunately, the PPE shortage is over from what my understanding. I mean, I think I was in Kroger the other day and I saw they were selling face shields there. So hopefully the PPE shortage is over. We have certainly seen, Atlanta Beats COVID has certainly seen a huge decline in the number of requests for PPE to the point of from April to November 1st, we delivered 70,000 pieces of PPE to our community. And then we decided, since we weren't getting any more requests, we decided to close Atlanta Beats COVID. It is over. I know, I think this is really interesting because I work with a lot of nonprofits, and I've never had a nonprofit say to me, hey, we're done. Yay, thank you. Thank you for your donation. We're good. No, don't give us any more money. We're done. So, but this is the first for everything, right? So this is my first time being involved in a nonprofit that said, hey, it's over. Not the pandemic, but there are manufacturers now, not people in their homes like me printing PPE. There are actual real facilities printing real PPE. You want to buy professional stuff, okay? You want to buy the good stuff, not the stuff I made at my house. And I think it's great. And so we decided to shut down Atlanta Beats COVID. Yay. All right. Let's see. I'm catching up on comments now. Daniel says not enough. I gave you hints. You asked for hints. Okay. Ari says, is the Raspberry Pi 4 better than Raspberry Pi 3 performance working on Magic Mirror? I would say yes. But the stuff I did on Magic Mirror wasn't exactly just really taxing my Raspberry Pi to begin with. But overall, yes, the performance is much, much better on a Raspberry Pi 4. And if you look at the face mask project that I did, it almost didn't run on a Raspberry Pi 3. So if you're doing machine learning, if you're doing artificial intelligence, yeah, I would say, yeah, you definitely need that Raspberry Pi 4. But, hey, Magic Mirror, if you're running really simple modules, you can go with the Raspberry Pi 3. It depends. All right. Michael says, why is she getting so much current coverage? Simple. She's been discovered and we all like her. Simple. Oh, thank you so much, Michael. That's so sweet for you to say that. Ari says, how much to build a 3D printer? The first 3D printer I bought was an ANET A8. You can go check it out on my channel. I paid almost near $200, but this is 3 years ago. I bought to buy a kit to buy a 3D printer. Today you can buy a Creality Pro 3 for, I looked at it the other day, somebody asked me about it, I think it was like $235, but it's like you can assemble that in like 30 minutes, okay? So that's totally worth it. $235, Creality 3D. I don't have a Creality. I'm not promoting Creality, but that's the one that I would say everybody gets. If you're looking into getting into 3D printing today, everybody gets the Creality 3 Pro or the Creality printers, and there's a ton of stuff on YouTube about the 3 Pro or the Creality 3. And that's kind of almost the new standard in my opinion. I do not have one. I've never actually printed on one, so I'm not endorsing it or anything, but that's just, that's what I've seen on YouTube. It's just, and if there's a lot of stuff about it on YouTube, I'm like, yeah, go for it. All right. Let's see. Johnny says, got my new Pi 4 today and now waiting on Raspad 3. They should have named it Raspad 4 or Desk Pi Pro. Okay. Oh, and then Scott said, okay, yeah, Creality brand printers, Ender 3 are great hobby printers, yeah. So, okay, good. So if you're looking into getting into 3D printing right now, Creality brand printers, Ender 3, CR10 are great, or is the way to go now. So do not buy the printers I have, okay? Just because I bought it doesn't mean you need to go and buy the same thing. All right. All right, so, oh yeah, okay. So now that we've closed ABC and I'm not printing face shields 24/7 in my home, I've decided to print some other stuff. So I want to show you this. Hopefully you can see this. I'm going to have to put my hand and do the autofocus. It's a pencil holder with Groot on it. So what's significant about this printout here? It's my very first wood filament 3D print. So I did have to make some adjustments to my 3D printer. I think I put on a 0.5 nozzle, and I had to do a couple things, and it was super stringy. I have now my ANET A8 died in the middle of this face shield shortage, and I had to buy another printer in the middle of a pandemic, and the only thing I could get was really a Tronxy D01, which was a terrible printer. I don't recommend it. I've made several poor remarks about it on my channel. But anyway, it's this now. I've got it all fixed up, but it is super stringy. So I spent, I printed this out, and then I spent a whole bunch of time just trying to like sandpaper it down or get the stringiness off. But hey, I did my very first wood filament print. Yay! So I printed that, and then let's see. Oh yeah, Scott Bradshaw says, and if you get a 3D printer, you can run Octopi on a Raspberry Pi to control it. Yeah, that's super important. Okay. Most 3D printers are not networked printers, and I don't actually recommend even buying a networked printer because you don't want to put your printer on the internet in general. So out of the box, generally speaking, if you buy a 3D printer, you'll have to save this, you'll have to slice, you have to save the file you want to print on a little micro SD card and then like physically insert it into your printer. I did that for a day, okay, and then I was like, I give up. I can't handle this non-networked printer. So check out something called Octoprint on a Raspberry Pi, and on your local network, you can send a print job to your 3D printer. And you can monitor it with like a little, Raspberry Pi camera as well. So, and I'm in the process of writing that article right now for Tom's Hardware. We're going to talk about Octopi on a Raspberry Pi 3 to control your 3D printer. Let's see. Ari says, sweet work. Okay, so the other thing I started printing, and I started printing that the Saturday before last when they called the election. I don't know about you guys. I live in Atlanta, Georgia. I think Scott lives in Atlanta, Georgia too, because we've met in real life. I live in a condo in Midtown Atlanta. It was Saturday after the election, and I could hear all this, suddenly, it was, I guess, Saturday, 11 a.m. my time, I could hear all this screaming outside my window. And so I look outside, I can't actually see anybody screaming, I just hear screaming, and it's coming from like the other buildings around me. 11 a.m., 11:30 a.m., when they started screaming, it was because they called the election. They called that Pennsylvania, they were projecting that former Vice President Biden had won the election because he had enough electoral votes because they were calling Pennsylvania. And everybody was screaming here in Midtown. So then that kind of inspired me because actually at that point, they hadn't called Georgia yet, but at that point it looked like Georgia was actually going to go, all of our electoral votes were also going to go to the president-elect Biden as well. So I was like, I wanted to make some Georgia Christmas ornaments. I wanted to start making Christmas ornaments. I do that every year with my 3D printer. So I designed and made this 3D printed 2-color. So this is one of my first 2-color 3D Christmas ornaments here. And so I'm thinking about selling these because this is my design. Generally speaking, I don't sell anything I 3D print just because it's somebody else's design, and because of the Creative Commons license, I cannot legally sell anything that's not my design. But this is my design, so I'm thinking about selling these. Tell me what you think about this. But it is the shape of Georgia, and our Georgia peach, and it says Black Lives Matter. So anyway, I'm starting to make Christmas ornaments. If nothing else, I'll give them out to my friends and family over the holidays. But I guess we're having a very socially distant holiday this year, so I'll have to mail it to them. So we'll see how that goes as well. All right, Scott says nice print. Thank you, Scott. All right, so anyway, I'm printing. I have a Tronxy D01. Said time and time again, I don't recommend this printer. Something happens, and now it's not pushing filament anymore. And so I trade out I have 2 Tronxy D01s because it didn't work. The first one didn't work. They sent me a second one. The second one is no longer pushing filament anymore. So I started taking parts from the first printer and then putting them on the second printer. Anyway, I got some heat about this, about saying, hey, I don't want to get into the main board and try to troubleshoot my 3D printer. The real reason I didn't want to touch the main board to troubleshoot my 3D printer the first time around is because I couldn't get the screws loose. There is this grate on the bottom of the printer, and it's a barrier, so you can't get to the power supply or the main board. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are about 8 tiny hex screws that hold this grate in place, and I couldn't actually unscrew the grate, unscrew the 8 screws for the grate, because they are machine screwed in. There's just, when they come in, they are screwed in way too tight, and I can't actually take off the grate. I have talked to Tronxy about this. I did email them and say, hey, I cannot get to the main board itself because you've screwed in the screws too tight. And their response was, well, we screw in the screws so that they don't come off during shipping because we're shipping them from China. I was like, I can't get them off, period. So what I did this weekend to get the grate off, to get to my main board, was I took my Dremel tool and I just made a slice all the way down the head of the screw. And basically I turned my hex screw into a straight line, and I took a flathead screwdriver and I unscrewed it. So that gave me enough torque when I cut all the way through the screw to make it a flathead screw, and I unscrewed it that way. So I was able to get as you can see by the picture, I was able to get the board off. I was able to get to the power supply. I was able to troubleshoot it. I ended up taking more parts from the first defective 3D printer and putting it on the first one. So my 3D printer is now a combination of 2 different Tronxy D01s, and but I am back up and running. But it that was my entire Saturday. So anyway, just letting you guys know, I don't recommend the Tronxy D01 still. All right, so Raspberry Pi 4. All right, so if you haven't seen my video on Raspberry Pi 4, I need to show it to you here. So copy. Let's see. I'll put that in the chat field. All right. So I did. I was contacted by the Raspberry Pi folks, and they said they wanted to send me their latest and greatest item, the Raspberry Pi 400, and it is kind of everybody's kind of calling it a Commodore 64. What do y'all think? Do y'all think this is like a Commodore 64 in that it is the computer and a keyboard in one interface, and then you've got all the ports on this side. So anyway, if you haven't seen my video, please check out my video. It is a full unboxing, putting it together, everything you get in the box. I highly recommend it. Daniel says he got mine already. Yay! So is it working, Daniel? Hope it's working really great for you. But there are two things I wish I had said in the video that I did not say. Okay. But I was kind of in a hurry because I got the item on a Thursday afternoon, and then I had to turn around the video by 8 a.m. Greenwich Mean Time on Monday morning. So I really didn't have a lot of time to do it. But anyway, there are two things I missed out on that video. Tell me if I need to make another video to cover that one. But one of the things I said in the video is, hey, here's how you enable the camera. I did not realize that there's no camera access. You cannot actually hook up a Raspberry Pi camera, the one with the cable. You can actually hook that up to here. I did not notice that when I was making the video. So number one, that's error on my part on that video. Number two, I found the on-off button on this thing. Do y'all know where the on-off button is? It is if you press the function key, not the Raspberry Pi key, but you press the function key and the F10. Look at this F10 right here. Can y'all see this? If you press function F10, it initiates a turn on, and then if it's on and you press function F10, it initiates a shutdown process. There is a legitimate way to press a key to now turn off your Raspberry Pi 4. That has been one of my pet peeves about Raspberry Pi since the beginning. I was like, where's the on-off button? All right. So, oh, and no audio. Okay, Daniel says there's no audio. You know what? You're right. There is no audio. I did not notice that. Apparently I have not I did not benchmark this thing. Apparently I did not do everything. They kept on making a big deal about all these GPIO pins that you could now get to, but it's got to be a female pin. All right, so no audio. You can connect a camera to this. It has to be a webcam, a USB webcam, because there are USB ports on here instead of their Raspberry Pi camera. And then now there's no audio either. I think somebody did mention that to me. Anyway, so yeah, I think I need to make a couple of adjustments to that original video. So I'm looking at making another video, but I think it's gonna be pretty boring if I made a video that says there's no camera cable attachment and here is the on-off button. But I'm really excited about this on-off button. Let's see. Colin says, I got my Pi 400. I like it. It's Commodore 64-ish or Atari 800-ish or Apple II-ish or several other late 70s, mid 80s computers. All right. Mendez Industries says, I think you can use a USB sound card. Okay. All right. So somebody check that out and let me know. Yes, USB audio card. Okay. So yes. But anyway, that's what's going on. HDMI output to a TV should provide audio. No. Actually, I've never tried that. That's a great idea. We should try that. Somebody go try that right now and let us know. Okay. Raspberry Pi 400. Let's see. If anybody wants to see my Groot, I have posted that on my Instagram. So if you're following me on Instagram, I'm the Caroline Dunn, and I've posted my Groot on Instagram and a couple other things as well. Let's see. Okay, now let's get to the good part, the Halo band demo. So if you go on Amazon's website now, you can request to be part of the paid beta. I think it's about $67 to try out this Halo band. So here's the Halo band on my wrist. Hopefully you can see that in action. I'll take it off. See, there is no screen anywhere on this Halo band, by the way. So, and it's a heart rate monitor on the inside, and this is where the contacts charge on this Halo band. And it is a cloth band. It comes with it. Of course, you have to buy the sport band separately, and it just pops right off here. In case you're wondering about this, how you can, if you can wash it or not. So that's how you wash it. So we're going to do a live demo. I'm kind of going to give you. Let's see. Yes, audio works with HDMI. All right, excellent. Scott, you're right. Hello, good day from the Philippines. Hello, Philippines. And I'm going to go talk you people later. I'll watch your Raspberry Pi videos later. All right, bye, Ari. Okay, so now we're going to get to, I got to put this back on. Okay, I'm gonna put I think you can wear it on the inside of your wrist or the outside of your wrist, and there is I forgot to show you, there is a button on here. All right, so you can mute it because it is listening to your tone. If you opt in, you have to opt into tone feature. But I'm gonna kind of show you what's going on with my halo right now. Let's see. And so I'm gonna switch over to my camera, my phone view. So this is my phone, and I have this hooked up, and now hopefully you guys can see my screen on my phone. Okay, so we're gonna launch the Halo app. So there's an app specific for this. So there's no screen on this. So if you wanna look at your data, you have to look at it from the app. I have not found the website or some other app or some other place for me to look at the data. This is a beta, so maybe they'll expand to it later, if they do decide to do this product more, but for right now, there is no other place that I can see my data other than my phone app. All right, so first of all, I'll show you, let's see, activity. So it sets a default activity goal for everybody as 150 points a week. Now, I've already run 10 miles this week, so I'm way over my 150 point thing, but it kind of gives you, all right, if you walk, you get so many points for walking. If you're running, you get so many points. It tells you how long. So I have intense activity, which I guess is running. I've run for an hour and 32 minutes, moderate activity, light activity, sedentary time, resting heart rate, max heart rate, movement, how many steps I take per day, and total calories per day. All right, so, and if you do an activity that's not counted on here, you can hit add activity, and then you can put down what it is. And a lot of people say that once they add an activity, then they get a whole bunch more points and they feel better about their overall point score here. All right, so that's pretty cool. So you can, last week I only did a partial week, but I still got 368 points. So I've had it since last Thursday, okay, is when I set this up. Sleep, I forgot to wear it while I was sleeping last night. But the night before last, I scored an 84 on my sleep. So it does give you a score every day. The night before that, I got an 80 on my sleep, and it kind of tells you how it works. What's your goals? How much time you spent falling asleep. So it's supposed to be monitoring your sleep. All right. So what's really interesting to me. Okay. By the way, there's body scan. I'm not going to show you that because those are I had to take pictures with not wearing a lot of clothes on, and this is the family channel here, so I'm not gonna show you that. I don't think body scan is correct. My smart scale has me at a certain body fat percentage, and this is like 10% higher. So I don't think that's right. So we're not gonna go into that. We're gonna go into tone. It tells me, that it thinks I was sad earlier this afternoon, restrained. It tells me what it thinks I said. It says I was appreciative at 12:09 for 2.5 seconds. All right. Restrained, delighted. I was delighted for 14.5 seconds at 11:59 a.m. Woohoo. Yes, so anyway, we are going to do a live demo of this, and the way you do that is you hit live, and then now you can know it tells you your heart rate. It says 84 beats per minute. Now I do wear a Garmin watch in real life. And let's check to see where I am on Garmin. So Garmin says I'm at 86 beats per minute. So it is, I would say generally speaking, when I look at these two at the same time, they are about the same. Okay, so let's do that. So then there's tone and see real-time voice analysis with live mode. And you hit start, and it's supposed to tell me what it thinks the tone of my voice. All right, so I don't know. I have really mixed feelings about this. So if there's something you want me to say into tone, I'm going to start the tone right now. I'm going to say a few things, keep on talking, and we'll see what it thinks. So and of course, keep it clean. This is a family channel. All right, so I'm going to hit start. Hello, my name is Caroline. Thank you so much for joining me for the Caroline Live show today. Oh my goodness, it says I'm appreciative, delighted, proud, All right, knowledgeable, confident. Yes, I know a lot about Raspberry Pi and Amazon Echo. Woohoo! Yay! So I'm excited that you guys are on this show with me. But if there's any questions you want to ask, feel free. In the meantime, I'm going to, let's see. Oh, if you want to see the Amazon Halo on Amazon's website, I am going to give you a link, my affiliate link, for the Amazon Halo. So if you're interested in requesting to get into the demo, get into the paid beta, that is the link if you want your own Amazon Halo demo. All right, so what do you think? Let's see. Daniel wants me to say supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Okay, I'm amused, curious, skeptical. I'm curious and skeptical at the same time. Okay, let's say something negative. Like one day I got negative because I said, Alexa, shut up. Yes, you. What if I say, you spelt that completely wrong? I'm confused. All right. So what else could I say? If there's anything you want me to say, let me know, and it will let me. It will tell me how it thought my tone was. Let's see. Anything else? Okay. You know what? We're gonna leave this on here, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep on going on with my PowerPoint presentation, and I'm gonna talk about Black Friday, Cyber Monday deals. This is just my opinion, what I've seen in the past. I am one of those people. This is a really long time ago, where I would drive out to the outlet mall at midnight and I would shop midnight. And I remember there was one night, I shopped like for 2 or 3 hours or something like that. I shopped all night long. I drove back from the outlet mall and I saw this huge line in front of Fry's, this electronics store. And I knew they were opening in like 30 minutes from the time that, I was driving by. So I pulled over and I got in line at Fry's and I bought some stuff at Fry's that was like, like Black Friday deal. And then I think after that, I went to another store after that. And then I crashed and I slept, during the day on Black Friday because I'd shopped from midnight till, 6 a.m. or something crazy like that. Oh, okay. So, y'all are starting to say stuff, that you want me to try out. So let's go back to my phone view. All right. And you want me to say, put the knife away. Put the knife away. You need to put the knife away. Gosh darn it. Please put the knife away. Let's see. Okay. That's a stupid idea. That's a really stupid idea. That's a stupid idea. So is it judging by the way I say it, or is it judging by the actual words that I say? Let's see. I don't care what you think. Okay. I don't care what you think. I don't care what you think. All right, let's see. Tell a lie and see if it knows. This is not a lie detector test. All right. Tell a lie. I don't know what. I can't think of a lie right now. Oh, it's now I'm friendly and let's see. You will talk about shopping and the Halo van will put the product in your cart. That'll be awesome. All right, so back to anything else that I need to cover. Okay, let's back to cyber shopping. So please feel free to share what your plans are for Black Friday, Cyber Monday shopping. I am taking this pandemic really, really seriously, and I will not be in-person shopping for this Black Friday, Cyber Monday thing. I will be really just doing it over the internet and then shipping direct to people who I'm buying stuff for. I think that's what it is. All right. I think it is based on the words. Okay. All right, so here are my, so if you want to share your deals, if there are any deals that you want to share, in the chat field, please feel free to do that right now. This is not a specific list of deals. These are just things that I think will be a good deal, and you should, if you're waiting, I think you should wait until Black Friday, Cyber Monday to purchase these items, or you can be watching the internet. I've already purchased a couple of deals on Black Friday, Cyber Monday, stuff that I found was actually a really good deal prior to. So a lot of stores right now are already like, hey, we're doing Black Friday deals. Hey, check it out. And you can buy online, pick up in store, or just buy online and get it shipped to you. Let's see. It looks to be working. Try an angry tone. Okay, and then hi, and Paul says hi. All right, so things that I've purchased in previous years that have been really good deals during the Thanksgiving holiday weekend. TVs. So one of the really popular videos on my channel is the LG TV and its integration with Alexa and Google Home. So I did purchase that actually a few days before Black Friday, but it was part of that whole Black Friday deal. If you go to Amazon, they will be pushing all of their Alexa devices. So if you've been waiting to get a show, you're getting ones with the screens that are a little bit more expensive, now's the time. You wait until Black Friday, Cyber Monday, that weekend. Usually they will discount all of that. With that said, I also have a lot of smart home devices, smart plugs, smart bulbs, power strips, light strips. Those will all be discounted by the third-party manufacturers that make, and I think Amazon has a few smart plugs now as well. Those will all be discounted over the holiday as well. I think that's a good deal. Okay, I thought I'd change it up a little bit here and say 23andMe. That is that genetic testing service, that DNA testing service. They usually do a Black Friday, Cyber Monday deal where you can get a deal on their testing service. And I have done it. I'm not a huge fan, but because it was really inaccurate when I first did it. But now that they've got more data, they actually have corrected my data, and now it is actually accurate for my 23andMe. Laptops, desktops, Chromebooks. When the pandemic hit, it seemed like everybody and their brother tried to go out and buy a Chromebook because they just needed an extra computer because they were at home versus using the computer, wherever they went every day. Like if you were, a student, you probably used a computer at school, and then you might not have had one to take home with you. So the prices on Chromebooks really shot through the roof during the pandemic. I think the prices are going down now. So I would say now is a good time to buy a laptop, a computer. If you need another computer, now is a good time. Generally speaking, the Macs don't go on sale over the holiday, but Macs go on sale when the next version of Mac is announced. And they just announced last week the M1 chip in the MacBook Air coming out, so they will start discounting the older MacBook Airs with the Intel chips. So if you want a last year's model, now is a good time to start looking for that. Let's see. If the halo is based on words, say I'm happy in a sad way. All right, we'll try that. Chromebooks, oh yeah, kitchen appliances, air fryers. I don't know how many of y'all had an air fryer, but yeah, generally speaking, kitchen appliances, you can, if you're not picky about the brand name, you can usually get that on discount over the holidays. And air fryers are like the new it appliance. Even I have one, and that's really popular now. All right, so this is where I personally shop for cyber deals: Best Buy, Amazon. If you're looking for an Amazon Echo device, Woot.com, which is owned by Amazon, they have good deals as well. Y'all have probably never heard of this website, but seriously, I go to this website all the time, hiptosave.com. They have a lot of good deals on that. And then slickdeals.net too, and I'm sure all of y'all already know about slickdeals.net, but that's one of the places I shop. So if y'all have places that you shop, let me know about that. I did see a deal this week on Tuesday for Adafruit products. So Adafruit, I don't know how many y'all are familiar. If you're familiar with Raspberry Pi, you should be familiar with the Adafruit products because they make so many complementary products to Raspberry Pis and NeoPixels and all that good stuff. I have never ordered from Adafruit before just because they charge for shipping and stuff, and they never have discounts. They are finally doing discounts. They are doing 20% off right now. I will give you the link to how you can get 20% off one order on Adafruit. Okay, And you have to like create an account. You have to have two-factor authentication turned on your Adafruit account, and they will give you a one-time 20% off. So they never give out discounts. So I thought this was really, really cool that they're giving out discounts right now. It's really, I don't know how long this is going to be open, but but I think this is pretty cool. All right, so let's go back to my phone. Let's see if my phone is working. All right, so it says it's based on words. Okay, I think this app is using the IBM Watson Tone Analyzer. All right, so say I'm happy in a sad way. I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm so happy. Okay, that's really interesting. It says I'm focused, calm, warm. So I think it actually is based on my tone, because I said I'm happy. And it's not, I'm happy. Woohoo! I'm happy. See, and now I'm amused and happy. It actually, when I say I'm happy, I'm happy. Oh, so it is based on the way I'm saying it and not actually on the words. That's really interesting. All right, so we learned something today. All right, so Adafruit, 20% off. I am not getting any sort of compensation to talk about this, but I think that's pretty cool because I think that's really related to a lot of stuff we talk about on this channel. Oh yeah, I'm looking at getting an Oculus Quest 2. Last year, in 2019, they released a Star Wars game for the old Oculus Quest, and they said if you buy the Oculus Quest over the Cyber weekend when that Star Wars game came out, Vader Immortal, you got it for free if you bought a Oculus Quest as well. So I'm hoping they just dropped the new Star Wars game today for Oculus Quest 2. Tales from the Galaxy's Edge is the new game. So I'm hoping that they're going to do the same deal. I don't actually know if they're going to do the same deal, but I'm watching that to see if they're going to do the same deal. If you do see that deal, let me know. All right, so I'm watching that. I'm also watching, Raspberry Pi Christmas Shopping Guide. All right, so yeah, I'd be remiss if I didn't say, hey, there is a, I'm looking at, yes, if you have an Oculus Quest or if you're really into VR, let me know. If I need to get an Oculus Quest, so I'm looking at getting that, and then the Raspberry Pi gift guide. So a lot of people will be getting Raspberry Pis for their families for the holidays, and so they have come out with a Christmas shopping guide. And of course, number one on their shopping guide is if you're looking to get into Raspberry Pi, buy one of these. So just spoiler alert on the book, but it does kind of go over more stuff. But anyway, I just want to let you guys know, hey, they do. There's no discounts. I'm not, but there is a guide if you are considering, buying Raspberry Pi for somebody over the holidays. So I think that was pretty cool. I had to feature that. This I laughed out loud when I saw this because I spend so much time looking at Alexa products. On Facebook, I am targeted for technology products. And one day I was, what's on December 10th? All right, we've already talked about that, Daniel. I gave you hints about what's on December 10th. But I was targeted for this. I was targeted for this on social media, an Alexa Christmas tree, and basically it's lights, and you can tell it what color lights you want on your Christmas tree. So you can change it from red to white to green lights. You can just say do multicolored lights. The price tag was what was kind of killing me. I was like, wow, $299. It is $250. It's actually $350 on BestBuy.com. I looked at that right before the show. So anyway, if you are thinking about buying an Alexa Christmas tree, they're pretty pricey in my opinion. But let me know if you are thinking about buying one. I'm thinking about taking my Christmas tree and then wrapping a light strip around it and then changing the colors that way. And I think that'd be a cheaper way to go. On my channel, every year, yes, since the smart plug came out, we have set our Christmas tree on a smart plug. That way we can just say, Alexa, turn on Christmas tree, turn off Christmas tree. And we've done that every year. You can set it to sunrise, sunset. So you can set your smart plug so that your Christmas tree turns on every day at sunset. and then turns off at sunrise every day or at midnight or whatever time you want. So I really like that. I think that's a huge life improvement thanks to smart home technology. All right. Daniel has a laughing emoji now. Thank you. Okay, so with that said, I always give you the preview for the next videos, or I let you know what the next videos are going to be. I'm starting a new series on smart home technology. So the people at Avatar, have sent me a whole bunch of their smart home technology items, and I'm gonna try to set them all up. So this is the smart power strip. So it's got 1, 2, 3. It's got 3 plugs, and I like how far away the plugs are from each other. All of my power strips, all the plugs are really close, and I can only use about half of them anyway. So you can control each plug individually. So you can say this is the left side plug, right side plug, bottom plug. You can say turn off and on each plug, and then it's got 3 USBs. You can't turn on the USBs individually. It's all or nothing on the USBs, or you can turn on the whole thing all at once. But I think that's pretty cool. So I'll be doing. They sent me a smart plug, a smart bulb, a smart light strip. So I might be attaching that to my Christmas tree, and actually they actually have an Ava Cube as well, and I can turn on and off my TV with the Ava Cube. So that's really interesting as well. So starting a new series, but it doesn't mean that I'm not going to do other stuff. I'm still working on that VNC Ubuntu thing as well, Plex on Ubuntu on a Raspberry Pi. I did the project yesterday. It is really slow. Oh my gosh. Running Ubuntu desktop on a Raspberry Pi for 8 GB is super slow. But anyway, I'm persevering on with that. And so I'm going to try, with the exception of next Thursday, because next Thursday is Thanksgiving, with the exception of next Thursday, I'm going to try to do more videos more often. So we're going to do Tuesday and Thursday videos, and I'm coming back to do Caroline Live on the 17th, hopefully. And if you want to know what's going on with me, between now and then, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram. I'm the Caroline Dunn. And that is the show. Thank you for watching. Let's see, are they connected to Alexa? Yes, everything's connected to Alexa and Google Home. All right, so that is it for the show today. I went on for 52 minutes. Wow, that was a lot longer than I thought. But I had a lot to cover because I'm not doing the show every week now. I'm not doing the show as often now, so I have a lot more to cover every time I do the show. Right, thank you so much for joining. Let me know your feedback in the comments. I do read all of your comments. Thank you for joining today, and I will see you soon.